In this tutorial, let's take a look at how to mix fluids together using the FluidLab add-on version 1.2. Here's a simple scene setup. First, we have a collider. And these are the parameters of the collider. And then we have two spheres, one for water and one for oil. So let's select the first sphere. And let's add new group. Here, let's change this from sphere to water. And let's click on InFlow. Click OK. Now let's add emitter. Now under fluid presets, let's click on water and set preset. So this adds the water parameters to the simulation. Now let's head to fluid settings. Now under emission count, let's increase this to 50,000. And let's decrease the size of the particle to 0.03. Now the inflow is going to take place for 100 frames. So that's why the frame start is 1 and the end is 100. And for lifetime of 185, which is the timeline. And let's give it an initial velocity of 2.7 meters per second. And let's take a look. And there we go. Now let's head to physics. Now under physics, let's click on adaptive subframes. And let's change the subframes from 4 to 7 for better calculations. And also slightly increase the mass to 0.11. So those are the settings for water. And let's head to emission again. And under viewport display, let's change the material display color to something like water. There we go. Looks good. Now let's select the second sphere. And let's add new group. And here let's give the name as oil. And let's select InFlow and click OK and add emitter. Now again, let's head to fluid presets and let's give this oil preset and set preset. Now under fluid settings, let's increase the count to 50,000 and let's decrease the size of the particle to 0.03 and 100 frames for emission and lifetime of 185. Now here let's give an initial velocity of negative 2.7 meters per second. And let's give it a display material and something like yellow. Let's take a look. There we go. And under physics, let's click on adaptive subframes and increase the subframes to 7. And here for oil, let's slightly decrease the mass to 0.08. Looks good. Let's hide the collider. So here we can see the fluid simulation happening, but there is no interaction between water and oil. And that's because we haven't added any fluid interactions. So let's click on fluid interactions and let's add an interaction between water and oil. And let's run the simulation again. There we go. Now we can see an interaction between water and oil. All right, let's take a look at the simulation. The simulation looks good, but we can see that some of the particles are spilling out through the collider here. So what we can do is let's head to colliders. Let's unhide it. Let's duplicate the collider. And let's scale this collider just a little bit. And to this, let's add a selection collider. And here, let's click on OutFlow, which will kill the particles. So as soon as the particles come in contact with this outside collider, this is going to kill the particles. So we will not see any spills. So let's hide both of them and let's rerun the simulation. Right, let's take a look at the simulation. The simulation looks good with no spills. Perfect. Now let's click on current cache to bake and save the simulation. Now that we have the simulation, let's add a mesh to the simulation. So let's head to mesh and let's add geometry nodes mesh. And here, let's decrease the voxel size to 0.04 for a little bit more detail. And let's increase the size to 0.07. And let's smooth the mesh a bit. There we go. So let's take a look. Looks good. Let's hide the particles in the viewport. Simulation looks good. Now let's head to shading. And here, let's assign a MixColors shader. And let's assign material. So these are the default colors of the mix shader. We can actually change these colors as well. Let's just take a look. There we go. We can see two fluids mixing together. Let's change this color to blue. Let's take a look. There we go. So that's how we can mix fluids together. Let's just save this file. Now, let's give this materials water and oil. So let's head to assign and let's assign water and assign material. There we go, water. And then let's click on assign again. And this time, let's assign oil and click on assign material. This is oil. So now let's head to shading tab. And let's click on material preview. And here's the oil. So let's click on Control Space Bar to have a full screen. And here, let's select all of these shader nodes for oil and let's copy them. Now let's head to the water and let's paste. So these are the shader nodes for water and these are for the oil. Now we have two shaders. So let's first mix them using a mix shader. And let's connect shader to shader. And for the factor, let's use an attribute, which is a color attribute. And here it's given by FL_color. So this is the one we can use to mix two shaders together. And let's add a color ramp. And let's connect color to factor and color to factor. And finally, the shader to the surface. There we go. Now that we have the shader set up, let's head to the modifiers. And here, since we're working on the water shader, under the modifiers, geometry nodes, let's change this from oil to water. There we go. So now let's fine tune the color ramp a little bit. And there we go. You can actually see that this side is oil and this side is water. So that's how we can mix two fluids together using the FluidLab add-on. Now we can see this interaction better with the different shader. So let's assign milk and assign material. So let's head to shading and let's copy the shader nodes for milk and let's head to water and let's delete the shader nodes for oil and let's replace them with milk. And here, let's change this to water because that's the shader we're using here. And let's see. There we go. And here we can actually fine tune this a little bit. There we go. So that's two different shaders mixing together using the FL_color attribute. Hope you like this tutorial. Thank you, and stay tuned for more tutorials.